Hi, I'm Gene Cavassis. I've been working on a new guitar project and I had picked up some poplar wood, which is a heavier, harder wood than I'm used to working with, and so when I cut it and laminated it up, I used a light-duty belt sander that I have that's worked great on small projects, but on this I wore it out. It just could not handle as much sanding as this needed. So I went to Harbor Freight and I picked up the Bauer 10 amp 4x24 inch belt sander. This is a heavy duty belt sander. It claims it'll do 60% more power, and when I took it out of the box, it's kind of a monster. It's got a lot of weight and heft to it, but I think it can do the job. It's got 6 adjustable speeds on it, and the base or the body of it is made out of metal that helps to give it some of the girth and weight. Changing the belts out is fairly simple, so let's check it out and see how well it does. So I'm going to go ahead and set up an area outside where I can test this out. Using some scrap and some clamps, I will secure this down so while sanding I don't lose my board. And setting this up, one of the main things you're going to want to do is make sure you have eye protection and ear protection. Also, while you're sanding, it wouldn't hurt to have a face mask as well. This sander comes with an 80 grit belt on it, so I'm going to use that to test this out first start sanding. Now you can see it's throwing a lot of sawdust out, and it's also collecting sawdust in the bag that it comes with. This thing is digging down into the wood. You would not want to hold it in one spot at all because it'll dig down fast. This thing is really got some heft to it. Look at the sawdust coming off of that. Now, I'm going to switch out the belt to something a little lighter, and that 80 grit really took down quick, but we're going to try some 120 grit, and I picked these up also at Harbor Freight. Make sure you unplug the sander, and then turning it on its side, this handle on the side of it here, you just grab hold and lift it out. It releases the tension and allows you to pull the belt off easily. Now, switching a new belt on, what you're going to want to make sure is the arrow that's marked on the side of this, inside the belt, you'll see the same arrows. You're going to want to make sure they're going in the same direction on the top of the belt. I hope that makes sense. So now once you slide that belt down on top, line it up as close as you can get it to both of the wheels, and then basically you take that handle and it will then clamp right back down, expanding out and lock that belt back in. So I'm going to take it, plug it in, make sure. Testing it out, making sure it aligns properly. I'm going to start sanding with 120 grit. Once again, you're going to want to run with the grain of the wood always, and this is smoothing it out and just working it back and forth. This is really working out well, and I'm really surprised how quickly it took the lumber down. Well, I gotta tell you, this thing is a beast. It did the trick like you wouldn't believe. In fact, you've got to watch yourself on it or it'll take more than you want. You really got to control it. Make sure you're sanding with the grain of the wood. It is heavy and heavy duty, and I really like that. So the pros of this is I feel like it's well built. The 10 amp means it's got a lot of power, and the metal body gives it a lot of heft to it. The weight also helps you to do the sanding, and it'll work it on its own weight, so I like that. The negative part of it is it's big, and perhaps the weight won't work to your advantage, but for me on this project, this totally worked well for me. So Shopcat and I give it both a thumbs up. Now, I paid for this. This is not a endorsed review. I just needed one, and after picking it up and using it, I thought I want to share this. So if you like this video, consider watching some of the others. Subscribe. If you'd like to see me review or build a particular project, put it in the comment section down below. In the meantime, I'll see you soon.